Good morning, children. Let us start to know about calorimeter. Calorimeter. Calorimeter is a device which is used to know about the specific heat of a substance, a solid substance. Solids means you know about it. Copper, iron, lead, gold and so on. So many metals are there. These metals specific heat value can be measured with the help of a device called calorimeter. So calorimeter is a device which is used to measure or know about the specific heat of solids. So what about calorimeter? Let us discuss a little about it. Calorimeter is a wooden box. This is a wooden box. So it has a lid. This is a lid. It can be removed easily and can be inserted. Wooden lid. And there is a small hole which is used to insert thermometer into the calorimeter. And there is a stirrer. This is the stirrer that is used to stir the water to transmit the heat energy without loss of heat energy. Next, copper vessel. This is the copper vessel. That's I have shown here copper vessel. This is the copper vessel, is about 50 ml. This is used to transmit the body from here to there and there to here. And inside of this calorimeter, there is an insulating material. Insulating material. It does not allow to transmit the temperature from wooden box to into the outside of the atmosphere or temperature from outside to inside. Next, hollow wooden box. So wood, you know about the wood. Wood is also insulating material which does not allow to transmit the heat energy. So this is the calorimeter is used to measure the specific heat of solids. So how do we measure the specific heat of solids? Let us discuss about applications of specific heat. So what about the applications of specific heat? Do you know any application about specific heat? Okay, some of you are giving right answers. Okay, let us discuss about them a little exclusively. Right. Number one, do you know how the temperature of our surroundings change? That means sometimes we are getting summer season, winter season, autumn, like that. Do you know about them? Yes, you listen about this in your social studies subject. Let us discuss a little about science, about these applications. Do you know what about the earth? Earth is mostly covers 80%, nearly 80% of water, only 20% or 21% of land. Here, the sunlight which comes from the sun, that is light energy, can be absorbed by the water in the form of heat energy. This heat energy, once absorbed by the water which presents in either in oceans, lakes, rivers and some other water regions, and store that heat energy and transmits that heat energy from one place to another place as the media of water. So that oceans are generally called as heat storehouses of heat energy. What are the storehouses of heat energy, children? Yes, you are right. The storehouses of heat energy are oceans or rivers or some other where we have water. Right. Now, how is that? How are they are store of heat energy? Once they absorb heat energy at usually equatorial region on the earth, and those heat energy transmits through water to even poles and some other regions containing cold regions, and they regulates the atmospherical temperature. So the atmospherical temperatures regulated by the transmission of heat energy. So heat storehouses of heat energy generally called as oceans. Right, very good. Next, let us come to the another point. Have you ever taken samosa? Right, right, right. How is that? The outer layer of samosa usually less heat. While we are taking that samosa, we usually feel hot. We feel like that, hot. Because while it is going through esophagus, we feel very hot. Why? Why is it hot? Yes, specific heat of water is 1 calorie per gram degree centigrade. 1 calorie per gram degree centigrade in CGS system. In SI system, this is about 4187 joule. So, to rise 1 degree temperature of water, it requires 1 calorie of heat energy or 4187 joule. To rise the temperature of unit mass of water, 1 degree temperature, it needs this much temperature. That means water has high amount of specific heat value. Here just what I said about samosa now. Samosa contains, what are the ingredients present in a samosa? Yes, right, right, very good. Samosa, ingredients of samosa are 1 potato, onion, tomato and so on. All these ingredients contain large amount of water. So while we are cooking this samosa, they usually take large amount of heat energy and cannot lose that heat energy immediately. That's why outer layer is usually prepared by maida. So it loses heat energy fastly. So that outer layer cools faster, but inner ingredients contain large amount of water. No, they won't lose heat energy faster. That's why while we are taking, it is very, very hot. Next, let us come to the another application of specific heat. That is, do you know, this is summer, you know very well. Do you know about which fruit is usually occur in the market? Yes, watermelon fruit. Do we take watermelon fruit completely a day once we take such a big watermelon fruit to our house? No, we just usually cut half of the watermelon fruit. This half watermelon fruit we usually take to maintain our body cool in summer season. The remaining half we kept in usually refrigerator. Tomorrow, the next day, we usually take it out from the refrigerator. But that watermelon fruit takes such a large amount of time to cool. Why? Because watermelon fruit contains large amount of water, nearly 90% of water, 2% of minerals and the remaining glucose. So very large amount of water. Water has high specific heat energy. While it is cooling, it takes which loses large amount of heat energy. So when it takes out from the refrigerator, which takes very large amount of time to come to the regular temperature or normal temperature or atmospheric temperature. So specific heat of water maintains such a big role in our atmosphere. Okay, thank you children. Let us discuss the remaining about in our next session.